Hey, yo.
Hey my loves, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Pretty Mitts, and today we're talking about something that has got the internet buzzing. Okay, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more deep dives like this one. So yeah, there's this video going around of Keanu Evans. You may know him from TikTok, who got into a physical fight on a plane with another passenger. And at first glance, it looks like your typical travel drama until Keanu explained what really went down. Okay, so he said he was wearing headphones, minding his business, when he realized that the man behind him was whispering things about him. And then when he took off his headphones, right, he told the guy to stop. And the man put his forehead against Keanu's and grabbed his neck. You know, one thing led to another somehow. And that was when things escalated, right? And Keanu defended himself. But here's where the story takes a turn, right? Keanu said that the man was muttering things in a strange voice, words that he didn't recognize, almost like, you know, demonic way. And he said that the whole thing felt spiritual, right? People online are reacting. Some say it was about racism, some say it was, you know, mental illness. Others believe that it was a full blown spiritual attack. Anyways, let's look at what folks are saying on TikTok, and we'll come back and talk some more.
I would like to take the time to clarify a few things. I'm getting many comments like the one above of people saying that I provoked that man during the flight. First thing first, Good Morning America, ABC News, they have the narrative wrong. That's not the truth. They didn't take the time to ask any witnesses who were close by and actually witnessed the real thing, what happened. They interviewed the two girls who were at the front of the flight who videotaped what happened from a distance, whose video went viral. They interviewed them. They didn't even see what happened. All they saw was the aftermath. They seen and heard commotion going on in the back, and then they start recording their phone after we're fighting. And you guys want to go with that narrative? I've been getting a lot of hate speech. I've been getting a lot of negative comments, but I'm also getting an overwhelming amount of support. And for everybody who does support and is taking the time to go down the rabbit hole and find the truth, thank you. ABC, Good Morning America, I wish you guys would reach out and actually get the true story. There's plenty of witnesses who were around me in the vicinity, and they posted their own testimony to social media, and it aligns with the story that I told WSVN and what happened. I was the one who got out of my seat and went to the restroom. I was the one who told the flight attendants about the disturbed man who was sitting behind me, because I was in the front seat and he was in the back seat, and I informed them that this man is giving me threats and he's saying things to me. Before I even got up out of my seat, I had my headphones on. I'm listening to music. I'm looking outside of the window, admiring the sunset, and I hear somebody faintly laughing behind me. I can't hear it that loud because my headphones are on, but he was laughing that loud that I could hear him faintly in my headphones. I thought it was just a normal person watching a movie on their phone, some kind of funny movie, and I paid it no mind. But the two young women who were sitting next to me, they kept breaking their neck to look back to see what he was laughing at and what was wrong with the guy. And after they multiple times kept looking back, it made me a little worried, so I took my headphones off and I looked at them and they looked at me with concern about the person behind me. I turn around and I ask the guy, "Are you good?" And he starts doing that villainous laugh again. Ha 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 ha. You're nothing but a weak man, a mortal man, a puny man. Like, he's saying things like that to me, nobody else. To me. I didn't even know this guy was behind me the entire flight. I just start laughing about it because I think it's funny. I'm like, what's wrong with this crazy guy? Why is he talking to me like that? I just get up. I'm like, I go to the restroom and the flight attendants are right there. So I say, "Hey guys, there's a disturbed, deranged man behind me. He's giving me things like death threats and stuff like that. I'm just letting you know that, if he puts his hands on me, like, I'm gonna defend myself." I tell them that. They're like, "It's okay. We basically already know about what's going on." They let me know that they were aware of him. And they told me to go back to my seat and press the button if he continues. So I do just that. I walk back to my seat. As I'm sliding back through the aisle to get to 18F, which is where I was sitting, he's jawing off at me again. "Oh, you weak man. You go to the restroom and you're looking at yourself in the mirror because you're just a weak man. If you challenge me, it will lead to your death and your destruction." He's saying evil things like this to me. And as soon as he starts jawing off again, I just get up, I press the button, and I turn around and I question him. I said, "Yo, what's your problem? I'm not with any of that demonic stuff that you have going on." And he gets up immediately. He puts his forehead on my forehead, face to face, and he grabs me with both of his hands and he starts to choke me. You guys are saying things, "Oh, if you're a man of God, why didn't you use your words? Why didn't you rebuke him?" What would you do if you were in a confined space on an aircraft and another stranger you don't know stands up and starts to choke you? I defended myself. I did what any rational person would do. Okay? I genuinely concerned for this man, Ashan. Whatever demon, whatever situation he was going through, I pray that man gets the help that he needs, because that is not okay. When is it okay to put your hands on another human being on a flight for no reason, unprovoked? I did nothing to him. I was minding my business the entire time. I was prepared for all the racist comments and the hate speech and things like that, and honestly, it doesn't faze me. The only thing that upsets me is that these news outlets are reporting false narratives and everybody is starting to run with it and believe it. Take the time. Go to WSVN on Instagram. Go on YouTube. Go to WSVN and search the news and listen to the story. There's a young woman named Melissa who was on the flight and she was helping break up the fight. She was right there when everything happened, and she tells the entire story on her Instagram. I will tag her Instagram in the comments. Go watch it for yourself. Don't believe everything the news puts out. They just put out silly narratives without having the real truth behind the entire story. Thank you to everybody who's supported me. Thank you to everybody who's reached out to me with encouragement. You guys have been nothing but uplifting through this entire experience. Everything in my life just changed overnight, all because of this one incident. I don't condone violence. I don't condone things like that, but I also don't believe it's okay for another man to attack another man unprovoked. I don't believe in that. And I believe you have every right to defend yourself, and that's exactly what I did. A lot of people want to hear more about the story and they want to know what's going on, but I'm honestly getting tired of this. Every day I've waken up and it's been more and more and more commotion and more people reaching out to me, and it's just getting overwhelming. So this is the last thing I'm just going to post about this story. I'm going to leave it at that. If you guys want something more in depth, then I may post something on YouTube at some point, but just stay connected to me. Follow my page, like my page, subscribe to my page, subscribe to my YouTube, whatever the case may be, if you're looking for more. But right now, I just need some time and some space. So hey, God bless you guys and take care.
I'm gonna tell y'all, that video off of Frontier Airlines where that brother Keanu Evans tore that man out the frame, I ain't never been more proud of to be a black man in America in my fucking life. And even on Mr. Evans, is it Keanu or Keanu? Even on Keanu or Keanu's page, Luis Rodriguez we know he probably don't even like black people, swore that Keanu or Keanu, whatever his name is, was fucking with the man. And I just like to say to Mr. Rodriguez, who gives two fucks what you think, Mr. Rodriguez, because your homeboy got his ass tore out the frame and almost got his eye knocked out of whack. Or out the socket, as they say. Ooh, talk about a moment in time. I know so many people wish they had been on that flight with him. Y'all got to go over there and see what's going on. Mr. Evans was on his flight from Philadelphia to Miami, minding his business, and this man here, Mr. Swarmer Man, or whatever his name is, started fucking with him, doing chants behind his back or whatever he was doing in front of him and behind him. He was in close proximity to Keanu. Keanu tried his best to keep his cool, but that goddamn Swarmer motherfucker kept picking. And in the words of my Uncle Darren that passed away, you keep picking it, I'm gonna give you a licking. And that's exactly what Keanu did. He tore this motherfucker ass out the frame. And well, when the flight landed, they arrested the chicken swarmer man or whatever his fucking name is. But wouldn't you know, the media goes with the narrative that Keanu was harassing the chicken swarmer man. Keanu has since posted videos from other people who were on the flight. 2 white women videotaped from their view what happened. The video I seen, Keanu was hitting that motherfucker where it hurts. So that's about all I saw. But now Keanu has other footage from other places, himself and other people, showing what a man who they arrested and charged was fucking with him. So I hope Keanu get him a lawyer and sue ABC, NBC, CBS, Disney, Netflix, Hulu, and anybody else who posts a video out of context. Good luck to you, Keanu. And on behalf of Black America, Uncle Darren, proud of you. Keep up the good work.
What's crazy is I was looking out the window and I was watching the sun set. I had my headphones on, I couldn't hear anything. I'm in my own world and I'm just admiring God's creation. The skies were beautiful and I'm just like, wow, this is magnificent. And as soon as the sun set completely and the sky went dark, that's when everything happened. This guy starts speaking to me in a way that I've never heard a human speak to anybody. He's laughing villainously, like it was just all evil. He's calling me a mortal. He's calling me a puny man. He's calling me weak. He's saying all this stuff to just irritate my spirit and my soul. And everything in me just felt like it was some sort of like entity in him speaking to me. And it was dark. It was creepy. It was just, man, like, yo, get right with God. Like, get right with God. If you ain't doing it now, there's no better time. It's not too late.
Keanu Evans. I caught chills just thinking about it. Y'all see the goosebumps I got? Sir, I don't know what he said to you, but you whooped his ass. And I want to reach out to you because I want to know, what did that Cuban man say to you to make you call the ancestors on his... You, sir, it wasn't a seat or a person could take him off that man. Let me tell you something. When they detached Mr. Keanu from him, that man looked like he had been in one of those fights on the cartoon, you know, where motherfuckers start fighting, then a ball of smoke start happening, and anybody who get near that ball of smoke get drugged. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. I don't know what you said, but I know you said something to piss that man off, and I know how y'all do shit. You did something wrong. Because whenever time you see a Caucasian woman crying, she lying. That hoe is lying. She lying through every motherfucking tooth she got. Because that's what them bitches do. And that's why we try to tell you, black man, stay away from them fucking bitches. They out of control. Not ABC News and them don't want the real side. They just want the people's side. And it's a motherfucking lie. And that's why I said, black people, don't leave these people alone. Let them say what the fuck they want to say. Because the moment you lay hands on them bitches, you going to jail. You going to jail. Let them folks say what they want to say. They ain't shit. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Fuck y'all. And sir, keep whooping ass. Whoop they. Don't do it. Don't do it, sir. Don't do it. Listen to Auntie, baby. Don't do that. Don't do that. I kind of jumped in the rabbit hole with you. All I know is gotta stand on business. Gotta stand on. I know he said something he wasn't supposed to. Ain't nobody just around here whooping folks' ass on an airplane. Understand, TSA, man, you would go to jail quick in TSA. Man, ain't nobody whooping nobody ass on no flight. Who want to be motherfucking delayed? Come on, man, y'all. Come on now, ABC News. Y'all need to do better than that, y'all bigot ass people.
So this person right here decided that he wanted to become the devil on his frontier flight from Philly to Miami. And guess what? He effed around and found out because he encountered the right one that was not playing with him, okay? He encountered Mr. Evans. Now, Mr. Evans was sitting in front of that man with his headphones on, looking out the window, enjoying the view because the aircraft was getting ready to land in Miami. When some young ladies next to him kept looking back and, it caught his attention. But before he, paid any attention to it, he said he did hear off and on a little bit through his headphones someone laughing, but he paid no attention to it because he thought they were either watching TV or just laughing with somebody in conversation. So the girls kept looking back, so that made him kind of pull his headset back to figure out what was going on. And that's when the young ladies kind of gestured them being uncomfortable to him, and he turns around and, asks the man, is he okay? Are you okay? And that's when he started to talk really demonic towards Mr. Evans right here, calling him immortal, minuscule man, and things like that. Just real evil things. And Mr. Evans was like, are you okay? This is weird. This is not normal, right? So he finally sits back down, puts his headsets back on, and then he decides to go to the restroom. Mr. Evans goes to the restroom. And before he goes back to his seat, he lets the flight attendants know, hey, this man behind me is tripping. He's making threats, and I'm letting you all know if something happens, I'm going to defend myself. And they stated, oh, we are aware of him. Just hit the call button and we'll be right there if anything happens. So he's headed back to his seat. And before he can properly get seated in his seat, the man is still talking crazy to him. So he says, hey, man, are you okay? What's wrong with you? I'm not on that. Chill out. Things like that. The other man that I just showed you, the one who effed around and found out that wanted to be the devil, he proceeds to hop up, put his forehead on Mr. Evans' forehead, and begin to choke him. And that's when Mr. Evans, let him know he was not the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, all the way to the 10. He was not the one, okay? They stated that on that aircraft during this fight.
Okay, so let me be real. I am definitely on Keanu's side, and I don't think people are really grasping how intense that must have been. If someone leans into your space, grabs your neck, and starts muttering things that feel dark and demonic, you have to defend yourself, okay? And what really gets me is how calm Keanu remained after the whole thing, and how vulnerable he was in sharing that it felt like a spiritual battle. That takes a lot of courage, okay? When people, especially when people are quick to judge you. But I also couldn't help but notice how quickly people try to spin it like Keanu was the problem. We've seen this before, okay? A black man protects himself and suddenly he's the aggressor. But the reality is, if the roles were reversed, the headlines would have been very different, okay? What Keanu went through wasn't just physical, it was energetic, it was unsettling, and it sort of makes you wonder how many people walk around with that kind of darkness in them. And I really hope he's okay. I mean, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And I hope people stop demonizing black men for defending themselves. Anyways, credit to all the creators featured in this video. Thank you so much for amplifying the truth. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please let me know if you think that this was about racism, mental health, spiritual warfare, maybe all of the above, maybe. And also don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Good morning, America. In today's news, a black man, Keanu Evans, was on an air flight when an East Indian man decided to get up, annoy the man, and put his forehead against the black man's forehead. Then he began to choke Keanu Evans. And then Keanu Evans had to retaliate by hitting the young man. And he hit him a lot of times. Swelled his eye up, bloodied him up. He made the man look real bad. The man reminded me of a movie called The Elephant Man. I was scared to watch that movie as a kid. So you can imagine when I seen what Keanu Evans did to that man's face, I turned my head immediately. I couldn't watch. But the outcome... By the way, I beat up a man too. He was East Indian. It was probably about 4 weeks ago, man. I didn't exactly do what Keanu did. I'm not gonna... Well, yeah, because when he stepped to me, he swung, and I kind of like did one of those. And when I came with the left hook, I noticed that he was going down already. So I caught him with my right hand, lifted him back up, and said, "Say sorry." And he said sorry, and I let him go, and he fell. That wasn't televised. No one's talking about that. And the man started with me. That's neither here nor there. Keanu Evans, you're in our prayers, brother. I'm going to follow your Facebook, your YouTube. And I asked you to do the same, because I actually had a fight with this white guy, too. He came to buy one of my cars, and I wouldn't give him the price that he wanted. So that white pride jumped in him, and I'm like, bro, just go. And, you know, he pushes me and pushes my hand out the way and brushes past me. So I hit him with the right hook, put him in a little thing like this, did a little spin, dropped him on his back. We both on the ground. I'm kneeling. The next thing. Shit.
Don't judge a situation until you know all of the details. I saw a viral video of a Frontier flight where a gentleman named Keanu Evans was in a fight with some other gentlemen. And, of course, you run to the comments and everybody's saying how terrible that is, and they're indicting and making comments against Keanu Evans. But then if you just go and look up the story, you find out that Keanu Evans is not the one to be blamed here. The other gentleman was the one who was charged. He was making life-threatening threats against Keanu Evans. He tried to call for the attendant. The attendant was not attendant. And so the other gentleman was forehead to forehead with him, took him by the throat. He ended up practicing self-defense. So before you just go running to comments or making videos of your own and trying to make somebody look bad in a particular light, you should probably get all the details first.
Who the fuck says I'm trying to be Martin Luther King? I don't give a fuck. Y'all want us to come together, but you won't even come together in the voting booth. Please get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. I want my page to turn into a slap down, back and forth with you idiots. It is a race issue. He wasn't black and Keanu is. It's so many people in the comments mad, calling out black people, being upset. He got his ass kicked, as well as he should. And just in case you ain't black and you white, y'all got bigger fish to fry. Stop asking us to be in unison with your ass and go in there and find out why y'all always pewing up schools. Because it's 2025 and y'all still leading the way with that shit. Leave us the fuck alone. Come in and sit down and shut the fuck up. Lord, it's Sunday. I shouldn't be cussing, but how hell, I cuss every day. Why not? Everything is about race. You hoes know that. 2 white women couldn't even tell the truth about the situation. It took a black woman having to show her video because we immediately boxed in. Don't get me started on that shit. Then underneath Keanu's post, it's Hispanics mad. Y'all got to get y'all shit together and pick a side. We ain't got shit to do with it. Keanu whooped his ass. And I think that was a great set of turbulence on his ass. I bet you the next flight he get on, if he can get on one, his ass will sit on his hand. In the words of Vanessa Williams on Soul Food, oh, fuck the family. The family went into the voting booth and fucked us up. Fuck out here with that bullshit.
For you to get beat up in midair is crazy as hell. I bet you won't grab nobody else's neck again.